Welcome to season 4, episode 1, the one with the revenue rhythm. Now, today we are starting a brand new series and it's very much about simple success truths, right? We want to get to the nuts and bolts, we want to cut through the weeds, all of those cliches. We are going to talk about the truth about actually getting into a rhythm of consistent income. Because here's the thing that I know about you, because you're likely either one of my beautiful members, hello, or you've been in my world for a very long time and you've actually followed some things that I've said. And here's what I know to be true. You are doing all the things that you can to bring in income, right? You're doing everything, but for some reason, you are not getting the consistency. And I like to call this inconsistent income despite consistent effort, right? We're being consistent. We're doing not all the things because we absolutely don't need to be doing all the things, but it is about finding your unique rhythm and a rhythm that works so that you're making the consistent income that you want to do. So we're going to dive in, we're going to unpack a couple of things, and as always, there's going to be an actionable step that you can walk away and implement today. I do want to reiterate, this is not about you needing to be everywhere. This is about figuring out what traffic is your best source that then converts into leads, that then converts into buyers, right? How does that work? So typically, this is going to be the scenario that you're probably looking at right now. You have got a lead magnet, strategic freebie, free thing, whatever it is. You're getting people to sign up through that, right? They're joining your email list. From there, hopefully, you are then presenting offers to them. But how are they getting into your world? Right? That's the first question. What does that look like? What's the traffic? Now, this is why I'm saying you don't need to be everywhere. You just need to find the traffic that brings in the right people. Now, if you don't know what that is, then that may mean that you need to try multiple traffic streams in order to kind of figure this out. So most commonly, you're probably already doing things like this. You're posting in Facebook groups, you're sharing on your Instagram profile. You might even be doing stuff on TikTok. You might have Pinterest, pins going out. You're probably likely blogging. You might have a YouTube channel. You might have a podcast. All of those things are traffic opportunities. But which one's converting? Which one is bringing people in to your world that then turns around and buys? Now, this means that you obviously need to be tracking a few different things. So this is really the crux of the entire thing, is if you don't know what is currently working, then how can you start to repeat it? How can you start to set up consistent revenue rhythms if you don't actually know what's working for you? So before we go any further, I think it would be remiss of me not to mention that I do have a training called the Weekly Sales Series. Now, this is all about helping you set up some type of evergreen sales automation inside your email that allows you to sell your offers on autopilot. Don't really have to do anything once you've set this up. Now, a couple of caveats: you do need to have at least 4 offers for this to be even worth the time setting it up. And 2, you need to be able to either provide a discount or provide a bonus. So I just wanted to give you that context. And if you click on the link that's in the description, you can get it for under $10 right now. Now, just be aware that there is a 15-minute timer on that page for that discount. So I just wanted to let you know about that, because the Weekly Sales Series is exactly how I have been making weekly sales, not to mention daily sales, but weekly sales of all my 50 plus products. Now, again, I'm not saying that you need to have 50, but you do need to have at least 4 to 10 is kind of the sweet spot to put this into some type of evergreen version of my weekly sales series. So go and check that out. It's in the description below. So now that you've kind of got an understanding of, we know it's about traffic, lead magnet, email list, conversion. right? I'm assuming that you're doing all of those things. And if you're not, then that's where you might need to go and have a look, right? Those are kind of the first things. But then in terms of figuring out your own kind of revenue rhythm, we actually need to track our income and how that is coming into our world. Now, I have been doing this for years, and I literally have a spreadsheet where I check everything that comes into my account every single day so that I understand where my income is coming from. So, what offers are actually selling, but also the traffic. And for me, 95% of traffic is from my email list, right? That is how people buy from me. They don't buy necessarily from social media because I'm not doing social media. I might have the odd conversion straight from a blog, straight from a YouTube video, but typically, like I said, 95% that is coming from my emails. Now, how am I tracking this? Well, first things first, inside my email platform, I have a tag so that when someone clicks a link, it tags them. And I'm also making sure that the link that I'm including has UTM parameters tracking. So UTM is only going to work if you have your Google Analytics set up, but the UTM builder, which I'm going to drop a link below, makes this really easy, and it will create the UTM link for you. And what this does is allow you to put things in like, where is the traffic source? So for me, I would say email. Is there a special campaign? So if I was doing a sale, then I might do that, or a discount, or whatever that looks like. But the UTM is what allows me to understand how someone has landed into my customer database, because that's essentially what that looks like. And then beyond all of that, I'm literally just tracking daily sales, right? What is coming in? Because if you don't have a clear eye on your business, like right down to this level of detail, then how do you know when something's not working, right? I want to make sure that I understand where my income is coming from, but also if something is broken and for whatever reason there is a day where I don't receive any income, then that's something that I need to go and look at. So for your own purposes, you definitely want to set up like just tracking in general inside your own email system, right? Like the tag itself. Then you want to make sure that you're looking at your daily income, right? Going in and seeing, what products are selling. And then thirdly, having a UTM set up so that when someone does click a link, you understand where they've come from. Now, yes, this does mean that I am looking at each individual customer and going to have a look at the traffic source, right? That UTM, that's what that's going to tell me, because I want to know this information. This is data, and I can make decisions based on data, not feelings, because I'm not here to run a business based on a feeling, although I'm definitely always following my gut, but my gut is informed by the data that I see in my business. So your action step today, my beautiful friend, is to go and make sure that you are tracking your revenues, that you know where people are coming from, that you've got all the bits and pieces set up in terms of being able to see what is happening, and so that you can go and tweak and refine. Now, if any of the other components of like the funnel that we talked about, like the traffic, the lead magnet, the lead on your email list, and then conversions on your emails, if those components aren't in place, then you're obviously going to need to have those in place as well. And hey, thanks so much for joining me for another Simple Success session. If you enjoyed today's topic, and if you want some additional support, accountability, all of those things, then I'd love for you to come and join us inside the 1K Lab membership. It's just $19 per month, and you get bi-weekly one-on-one access to me, daily and weekly community support, and I will create your promotion plan every single month. All you have to do is come to the promo plan from scratch live sessions. You will find more details at hustleandgroove.com/the1, as in the number one, K Lab. More details in the description below. And remember, your business does get to be easy and fun. You just have to decide to make it so.